The Grand Chamber of the Galactic Council was massive. 12 alien species sat in their seats. Their eyes watched the human ambassador. Today was special. Today, the 50-year war would finally end. Ambassador Chen stood alone on the floor. His simple gray suit looked plain next to the colorful alien robes, but his face showed no fear. Council leader ZHREX spoke first. His voice echoed in the silent room. Humanity has fought bravely, but you are losing. We offer you peace, fair terms. Your colonies stay safe. Your people live. All we ask is, you join our alliance. The other aliens nodded. It was a good offer, generous, even. Chen listened quietly. He looked at each alien leader, one by one. The room waited. Everyone expected him to say yes. Of course, he would say yes. Humanity was desperate. Their ships were old. Their weapons were weak. They had no choice. Chen took a deep breath. Then he spoke. The single word hit like a bomb. Zeatrix blinked. Excuse me, we decline your offer, Chen repeated. His voice was calm. To calm, chaos erupted. Alien leaders shouted. Some stood up. Others slammed their fists on tables. You're fools. One alien screamed. We offered you mercy. Another yelled. Your species will die. A third warned. But Chen didn't move. He stood perfectly still. His hands were relaxed at his sides. No sweat on his face. No trembling in his voice. Admiral Takora, the military commander, watched carefully. Something felt wrong. Humans were desperate. They should be begging. But Chen looked confident. What? Jerex raised his hand. The room went quiet. Ambassador Chen, he said slowly. Do you understand what you're doing? Without peace, we will destroy you. Chen finally smiled. It was a small smile, almost sad. You won't, he said simply. We won't, Jerex laughed. We have 10,000 ships. You have less than 2,000. Your technology is primitive. What makes you think you'll understand soon enough? Chen interrupted. He turned and walked toward the exit. His footsteps echoed in the silent chamber. Every alien watched him go. Confusion filled their faces. At the door, Chen stopped. He looked back over his shoulder. One more thing, he said. You should have accepted our peace offer when we made it 5 years ago. Then he left. The doors closed behind him with a soft hiss. Jarek stared at the empty floor. His mind raced. What did Chen mean? What weren't they seeing? Admiral Tokara stood up suddenly. His face had gone pale. What is it? Jarex asked. Sir Teatrikara said quietly. Our sensors just detected something. Human ships. They're not retreating. Then what are they doing? Tokara's voice shook. They repositioning. Moving into formation. Like they're preparing for an alert blared through the chamber. More human ships were appearing from everywhere. But these ships, they looked different. Newer, bigger. Rex felt cold fear in his chest for the first time in decades. What had humanity been hiding? The emergency meeting started immediately. All 12 council leaders gathered around the holographic display. Blue lights showed the galaxy map. Red dots marked human ships. There were too many red dots. This makes no sense, Jarex said. He touched the display. Numbers appeared. 3 months ago, humans had 1,847 ships. Now they have 3,200. Impossible, another leader said. Ships take years to build. Admiral Tokara zoomed in on a human sector. Look here, and here, and here. He pointed at 3 locations. These ships weren't there yesterday. They just appeared. Appeared from where? Jarex demanded. No one had an answer. Counselor Vextra laughed. She was from the warrior species. They're trying to scare us. Those ships are probably empty, or old cargo vessels painted to look military. Other council members nodded. That made sense. Humans were desperate. This was a bluff. It had to be. Should we attack now? Vextra asked. Crush them before they wait, Takara said. He was studying something on his personal screen. His face looked worried. I'm getting reports from our spy stations. Something strange is happening on human colony worlds. The hologram changed. It showed a human planet called New Terra. Thousands of people filled the streets, but they weren't panicking. They weren't afraid. They were celebrating. Why are they happy? Jarex wondered aloud. We just threatened to destroy them. They should be terrified. Vextra waved her hand dismissively. Humans are emotional creatures. They don't understand reality. They think hope will save them. But Tokara wasn't convinced. He had fought humans for 50 years. He knew them. They were stubborn. Yes. Emotional. Sometimes. But stupid. Never. Pull up human communication channels. He ordered. A technician obeyed. Suddenly the chamber filled with human voices. News broadcasts. Military channels. Civilian chatter. One phrase kept repeating. It's finally time. The wait is over. They're ready. Ready for what? Jarex felt irritation rising. Bring me our spy. The one embedded with human military now. 10 minutes later a communication came through. The spy's face appeared on screen. He looked nervous. Report, ZHREX commanded. The spy swallowed hard. Sir, I don't know how to explain this. For the past 2 weeks, human soldiers have been acting strange. They seem excited. They keep talking about something called Project Avalanche. What is Project Avalanche? I don't know, sir. It's classified above my access level. But today, a human officer said something to me. He smiled and said, "We weren't losing the war. We were buying time." The council chamber went silent. Buying time? For what? Councillor Mector spoke up. He was the science advisor. Perhaps they developed new shields, better weapons. It doesn't matter. We still outnumber them 3-1. Do we? Tokura asked quietly. Everyone looked at him. "Show me the ship count again," he said. The hologram updated. The red dots had increased. 3,200 human ships became 3,500, then 3,800, then 4,200. They're multiplying. Someone whispered. From where? Jurek shouted. Where are they coming from? Tokura's hands moved quickly across his controls. He isolated one section of space, a region near the human home system. It looked empty on sensors. Nothing there. Just void. But the ships kept appearing from that exact spot. "There's something there," Takara said. His voice was barely a whisper. "Something our sensors can't see." He gave an order. "Send a probe. Visual only. No electronics." They waited. 5 minutes felt like 5 hours. Then the probe's camera feed came through. The council chamber exploded with shocked voices. There, hidden in the darkness of space, was a structure. Massive. Bigger than any space station they'd ever seen. It was surrounded by strange energy fields that bent light itself. That's why sensors couldn't detect it. And from this structure, ships were emerging, one after another, like insects from a hive. New ships. Advanced ships. Ships that looked nothing like the old human vessels. Rex stood frozen. His mind couldn't process what he was seeing. "How long?" he asked. "How long has this been here?" Tokura checked the data. His voice shook when he answered. "Best guess. They've been building this for 40 years. 40 years. Almost the entire length of the war." Vexra wasn't laughing anymore. A message alert blinked on the main screen. From Ambassador Chen. Rex opened it. 4 words appeared. "Ready to talk now." The council leader stared at those words. His pride crumbled. His confidence shattered. They hadn't been fighting a desperate enemy. They'd been fighting humanity's distraction. 10 years ago. Earth's orbit. Captain Sarah Mitchell floated in her damaged ship. Smoke filled the cockpit. Red emergency lights flashed everywhere. Through her cracked window, she watched 3 alien ships circle her like sharks. "Mayday, mayday," she whispered into the radio. "This is Falcon 7. I'm hit. Engines dead. Life support failing." No response. She was alone. One alien ship moved closer, its weapons charged. A blue glow built up. Sarah closed her eyes. This was how she would die. Outgunned, outsmarted. Humanity always lost these days. They had old ships, simple weapons. The Galactic Council was just too advanced. But then something appeared on her sensor. Something impossible, a massive structure, right there in Earth's orbit. But it wasn't on any map. Her sensors couldn't lock onto it properly. It was like it was bending space itself. A voice crackled on her radio. "Falcon 7, this is Avalanche Station. We see you. Hold tight." Avalanche Station. Sarah had never heard of it. What? She never finished her question. A beam of pure white light shot from the hidden structure. It moved faster than anything she'd ever seen. The alien ship exploded instantly. Just ... gone. The other 2 alien ships tried to run. They didn't make it. 2 more beams. 2 more explosions. 3 enemy ships destroyed in 5 seconds. Sarah's mouth hung open. What was that?" The voice on the radio chuckled. "That, Captain, is what we've been working on. Welcome to humanity's real war effort, present day." Avalanche Station. Ambassador Chen walked through the massive corridors. Scientists and engineers rushed past him. Everyone was busy. Today was launch day, the day they'd been preparing for since the war started. He entered the command center. Admiral Rodriguez stood at the central console. Holographic displays surrounded her. Each one showed different ships leaving the station. "Status?" Chen asked. Rodriguez smiled. "All fleets are launching on schedule. The council's sensors still can't detect the station. They have no idea what's coming." Chen nodded. "Good. How many ships do we have now?" 5,000. And counting. Chen remembered the early days of the war. Humanity had maybe 2,000 ships total. Old ships, weak ships. They lost battle after battle, colony after colony. The Galactic Council thought humans were primitive, backward, easy to defeat. They were wrong. "Tell me," Chen said. "How did we do it? How did we hide all this?" Rodriguez pulled up a display. It showed the station's outer shell. Strange energy fields rippled around it like water. "Quantum stealth technology," she explained. "We bend space-time around the station. 2 sensors. This place doesn't exist. To the naked eye, it's just empty space. We've had 40 years to perfect it." 40 years, Chen repeated. "We've been building this since the war started." "Before that, actually," Rodriguez corrected. "Our scientists saw the council coming. They knew we couldn't win a direct fight. So they came up with a different plan." She zoomed in on one of the new ships. It was sleek, beautiful, nothing like the bulky old human vessels. These ships use quantum jump drives, Rodriguez continued. We can move across the galaxy in minutes, not months. Our weapons use focused antimatter beams. Our shields can absorb energy and reflect it back, and our AI targeting systems. She smiled. Well, let's just say we don't miss. Chen walked closer to the display. He looked at the magnificent fleet, thousands of ships, all brand new, all powerful. The council thinks we were losing, he said quietly. They think we're desperate. We were losing, Rodriguez admitted, on purpose. Every battle we lost, every colony we abandoned, it bought us time. Time to build, time to research, time to evolve. A young officer approached them. Admiral, the last fleet is ready, awaiting your orders. Rodriguez looked at Chen. Should we show them? Chen thought about all the human lives lost in this war. Good people, brave soldiers. They died buying time for this moment. Yes, he said firmly. It's time the council learned the truth. Humanity doesn't just survive. We adapt, we overcome. We win. Rodriguez gave the command. All fleets, this is Avalanche Command. You are cleared for deployment. Show them what humanity built. On the holographic display, thousands of ships moved as one. They left the protection of the stealth field. Suddenly, they appeared on every sensor in the galaxy. The Galactic Council would see them now. All of them. Chen opened a communication channel to the council. He kept his message simple. You rejected our peace offer 5 years ago. You laughed at us. You called us weak, primitive. You said we had no chance. He paused. You were right about one thing. We couldn't beat you with the technology we had. So we built new technology. Better technology. Now, let's talk peace again. But this time, on our terms. He ended the transmission. Rodriguez checked her sensors. The council's emergency alarms are going crazy. They're detecting our fleet. How many ships do they see? All 5,000, plus the ones still being built. Chen allowed himself a small smile. I wonder what they're thinking right now. Rodriguez laughed, probably wondering how they missed the biggest military project in human history. An alert flashed. Incoming message from the Galactic Council. Marked urgent. Chen looked at it. The message was short. We need to talk immediately. He turned to Rodriguez. Looks like they're ready to listen now. About time, she said. Chen headed toward the conference room. The war wasn't over yet, but for the first time in 50 years, humanity held all the cards. The council was about to learn a hard lesson. Never underestimate humans. Admiral Takora stared at his screen. The numbers made no sense. His hands shook as he refreshed the data. Same result. 5,000 human ships, all new, all unknown designs. This can't be real, he whispered. But it was real. His sensors didn't lie. Every monitoring station across the galaxy confirmed it. Humanity had a fleet, a massive, advanced fleet, and nobody knew about it until now. He ran to the council chamber. His feet pounded against the metal floor. He burst through the doors without knocking. Emergency, he shouted. The 12 council leaders looked up. They were still discussing Ambassador Chen's rejection from yesterday. They thought they had time. They thought humanity was weak. What is it? Jerex asked. IRRITABLY. Takora activated the main hologram. The galaxy map appeared. Red dots filled the display. Thousands of them, all around human territory. The room went silent. Those are human ships, Counselor Vexra asked slowly. Yes, how many? Tokora's voice cracked. 5,000, maybe more. They're still coming. Vexra laughed, but it sounded nervous now. Impossible. Humans had less than 2,000 ships yesterday. They can't build 3,000 ships overnight. They didn't build them overnight, Chikara said. He pulled up more data. They've been building them for decades. In secret, right under our noses. He showed them the hidden station, the massive structure near Earth, the stealth fields, everything. Counselor Mekta, the science advisor, leaned forward. His eyes went wide. That technology, those energy signatures, I've never seen anything like it. Exactly, Chikara said. Our scientists are analyzing it now. Preliminary reports say. He paused, took a breath. Human technology is approximately 100 years ahead of ours. In every category. The chamber exploded. Impossible. Humans are primitive. Your sensors are broken. Jerex raised his hand. Everyone quieted down. To explain, he commanded. Takora pulled up technical data. Their ships use quantum jump drives. They can cross the galaxy in minutes. Our fastest ships take weeks. Their weapons use concentrated antimatter. Our shields can't stop that. Their defensive systems can absorb and reflect energy attacks. And their stealth technology. He gestured at the hidden station. We've been watching that sector for 50 years. We never saw it. Mekta stood up. His legs wobbled. Let me see those readings. Takora transferred the data to him. The science advisor studied it carefully. His face grew paler with each second. It's true, Mekta finally said. All of it. These ships, they're not just advanced. They're revolutionary. If humans wanted to, they could. He couldn't finish the sentence. Could what? Jerex demanded. Could destroy our entire fleet, Mekta whispered. The words hung in the air like poison. Vexra shook her head violently. No, we have 10,000 ships. 10,000? They can't. Our ships are obsolete, Tokura interrupted. Compared to theirs, we're flying museum pieces. An alert sounded. Incoming transmission. From humanity. Everyone stared at the communication icon. Nobody moved. Answer it, Jurek said quietly. Ambassador Chen's face appeared on the screen. He sat in a comfortable chair. Behind him, through a window, dozens of human ships passed by. New ships, powerful ships. Hello again, Chen said pleasantly. I hope you've had time to review your sensor data. Jarex tried to speak. His throat was dry. How did we hide it? Chen smiled. Carefully. For 50 years, you watched us lose battles. You thought you were winning. But every battle we lost bought us time. Time to research. Time to build. Time to evolve. You let your people die, Vexra accused. Thousands of humans died in this war. Chun's smile disappeared. His eyes went cold. Yes, they did. Brave people. Good people. They sacrificed themselves so humanity could survive. So we could build a future. Do you think that was easy? Do you think we enjoyed watching our colonies burn? He leaned forward. But we did it. Because that's what humans do. We endure, we adapt, we overcome. You thought you knew us. You thought we were weak. You were wrong. Jarex found his voice again. What do you want? The same thing I wanted yesterday, Chen said. Peace. But now, the terms are different. You want surrender. Jarex couldn't believe it. You want us to surrender? No, Chen said. I want partnership, equality, respect. 5 years ago we offered you a fair alliance. You laughed at us. You said humans were too primitive, too weak. You demanded we join as servants, not equals. He stood up. Behind him, more ships passed. Hundreds of them. Now I'm offering you peace again. As equals. You recognize human territory. You recognize human sovereignty. You treat us with respect. In return, we don't destroy your fleet. You're threatening us. Vexra snarled. I'm offering you a choice, Chen corrected. The same choice you gave us yesterday. Accept peace, or continue the war. But now, you're the ones who are outmatched. Chikara looked at the sensor data again. 5,000 advanced human ships, against their 10,000 obsolete vessels. The math was simple. Humans would win. We need time, Jurek said. To discuss, to consider. Of course, Chen agreed. You have 24 hours. After that. He gestured at the ships behind him. After that, we assume you've chosen war. The transmission ended. The council chamber was silent. 12 leaders, 12 species, all of them shocked, scared, confused. They had ruled the galaxy for centuries. They were powerful, advanced, superior. But now, humanity had changed everything. Councillor Pelther spoke up. She was the diplomat, the peacemaker. We underestimated them, she said softly. We assumed they were like us, that their technology would grow slowly. Predictably, we were wrong. They tricked us, Vexra insisted. They lied. They pretended to be weak. They survived, Tokura corrected. They did what they had to do, and now we pay the price for our arrogance. Jurek sat down heavily. He felt old suddenly. Tired. What do we do? Mekta pulled up the technical scans again. If we fight, we lose. The numbers don't lie. Their technology is simply too advanced. They could destroy our entire fleet in days, maybe hours. So we surrender, Vexra asked bitterly. We accept reality, Pelther said. Humanity earned their place. Through sacrifice, through intelligence, through determination. We can either accept them as equals, or we can lose everything. Jerex looked around the room. He saw fear in every face. Pride and arrogance had blinded them. They thought they knew everything. They thought humans were simple, predictable, weak. They were wrong about all of it. Prepare a response, he said finally. Tell Ambassador Chen we agree to negotiations. On equal terms. It hurt to say those words, but it hurt less than losing a war. The mighty Galactic Council had finally learned their lesson. Never underestimate humanity. 20-4 hours later. The council chamber looked different now. The seats weren't arranged in a circle anymore. Someone had added a new chair, right in the center. At eye level with all the council leaders, that chair was for humanity. Ambassador Chen walked in. He carried a datapad. His face showed no emotion. Behind him 2 human officers followed. They wore crisp uniforms. Their posture was confident. Strong Jurex noticed everything. The way Chen walked, the way he looked each council member in the eye. Yesterday, Chen stood below them. Today, he sat among them. That everything had changed. Ambassador Chen, Jurex began. Thank you for coming. Chen sat down in the center chair. He placed his datapad on the armrest. Let's begin. No pleasantries, no small talk, just business. Zhrex felt irritation flash through him, but he swallowed it. Pride was a luxury he couldn't afford anymore. We've reviewed your fleet, Jurex said carefully. Your technology is impressive. It's superior, Chen corrected bluntly. Let's not pretend otherwise. Your scientists spent all night analyzing our ships. They told you the truth. In a direct conflict, you lose badly. Vexra's face turned red. You're very confident for someone who was losing a week ago, Chen looked at her. His eyes were cold. We were never losing. We were preparing. There's a difference. He activated his datapad. A hologram appeared above the table. It showed the timeline of the war. 50 years of battles. Humanity lost most of them. Every battle we lost was calculated. Chen explained. We needed time. Time to research quantum technology. Time to build Avalanche Station. Time to train our people, so we gave you victories. Small ones, meaningless ones, meaningless. Vexra stood up. Thousands died in those battles, human and alien. Yes, Chen said quietly. They did, and we remember every single one, but their sacrifice saved billions. If we had fought you directly 50 years ago, humanity would be extinct now. Instead, we're here, negotiating peace, as equals. Counselor Pelther spoke up. Her voice was gentle. What are your terms, Ambassador? Chen swiped his datapad. The hologram changed. It showed a document, the peace treaty. First, Chen began. All human territory is recognized as sovereign. No council interference. No council laws. No council taxes. We govern ourselves. ZHRX nodded slowly. Acceptable. Second, humanity gets a permanent seat on the Galactic Council, with full voting rights equal to any other member. Several council members shifted uncomfortably. A permanent seat meant humans would have real power. They could block decisions, propose laws, shape the galaxy's future. That's unusual, Mekta said carefully. Normally, new members start as observers. For 50 years, normally Chen agreed. But this situation isn't normal. We're not asking to join as students. We're joining as partners. If you want peace, this is non-negotiable. Jirex looked around the room. He saw reluctance, anger, but also fear. What choice did they have? Agreed, he said. Chen continued. Third, technology exchange. We share our quantum drive technology. You share your biological sciences and agricultural techniques. Fair trade, both sides benefit. This surprised everyone. Humans were willing to share their advantage. You'd give us your jump drive technology, Mekta asked suspiciously. Why? Because peace requires trust, Chen said. We're not trying to dominate you. We're trying to build a future where all species thrive. Besides, he smiled slightly. By the time you figure out how to build quantum drives, we'll have something even better. Tokura almost laughed. Humans were always thinking ahead, always planning. Fourth, Chen went on. War reparations. The Council will pay humanity for damages during the war. 50 billion credits, paid over 20 years. 50 billion. Vexra exploded. That's robbery. That's justice, Chen corrected. You started this war. You attacked our colonies. You killed our people. You destroyed our infrastructure. 50 billion barely covers the actual damage, but we're being reasonable. Jerex did the math in his head. 50 billion credits spread over 20 years. It was manageable. Painful, but manageable. Anything else? He asked. Yes, Chen said. One final term. The most important one. The room waited. Chen stood up. He looked at each council member slowly. You will issue a formal apology. To humanity. To every human colony. You will admit you started this war without cause. You will admit you underestimated us. You will admit you were wrong. Silence. An apology. Public official. The mighty Galactic Council admitting they were wrong. Vexra shook her head. Never. We will never humiliate ourselves like that. Then there's no peace, Chen said simply. He picked up his datapad. We'll see you on the battlefield. He turned to leave. Wait, Pelther called out. She stood up. Ambassador Chen, please, sit. Let's discuss this. Chen stopped. He didn't sit. There's nothing to discuss. Those are our terms. Accept them or reject them. Pelther looked at ZHRX. Her eyes pleaded with him. They needed peace. The Council couldn't afford another war. Not against this new humanity. Jirex felt his pride crumbling. For centuries, the Council had been supreme, powerful, untouchable. Now, a species they had called primitive was dictating terms to them. But what choice did he have? If we agreed, Jirex said slowly. If we accept all your terms, including the apology, what then? Chen turned back. Then we have peace, real peace. We become allies, partners. We explore the galaxy together. We share knowledge. We build a better future. Isn't that worth more than pride? Jirex looked around the room. He saw Tiachikara nodding. Mekta looked thoughtful. Pelther was clearly in favor. Even Vexra seemed to be reconsidering. They had two choices: swallow their pride and accept peace, or fight a war they would lose. The Council needs to vote, ZHREX announced, all in favor of accepting humanity's peace terms. One by one, hands raised, slowly at first, then faster. Even Vexra eventually raised her hand. She looked angry, but she raised it. Unanimous, it's decided, ZHREX said. He felt tired, old, defeated. We accept your terms, Ambassador Chen. All of them. Chen nodded. Good. The treaty will be signed tomorrow. Public ceremony. Broadcast across the galaxy. Bring your best diplomats. He walked to the door. Then he stopped and looked back. One more thing, Chen said. We don't want revenge. We don't want to dominate you. We just want respect. Give us that, and we'll be the best allies you ever had. Betray us again. He didn't finish the sentence. He didn't need to. The message was clear. Chen left. The two human officers followed him. The doors closed with a soft hiss. The council chamber remained silent for a long time. Finally, Tokara spoke. We made a mistake 50 years ago. We saw humans as weak, as primitive, as easy targets. We learned our lesson, Mekta added, the hard way. Jirax stood up slowly. His body ached. Prepare the apology speech. Make it sincere, make it honest. Humanity earned this moment. As the council members filed out, Pelther approached Zia. Do you think they'll truly be allies? Or will they remember how we treated them? Jirax thought about Ambassador Chen. The calm confidence. The firm but fair terms. The willingness to share technology. I think, he said slowly, humanity will be exactly what they promised. The best allies we ever had. As long as we never forget what they're capable of. Pelthar nodded. Never underestimate humanity. Never again, ZHREX agreed. The war was over. Humanity had won. Not through destruction. Not through revenge. But through determination, intelligence, and strength. Tomorrow, the galaxy would change forever, and humanity would take its rightful place among the stars. 1 year later, Galactic Council headquarters, the Grand Assembly Hall was packed. Representatives from all 12 council species sat in their designated areas. But today, a new section had been added. The human section. 50 human delegates filled those seats. They wore formal uniforms, blue and white, the colors of Earth. At the center podium stood Ambassador Chen. But he wasn't just an ambassador anymore. Now he was Counselor Chen, a permanent member of the Galactic Council, equal to everyone else. The vote is complete, Chen announced. Motion passes. The trade route through the Andromeda sector is now open to all species. No offs, no restrictions. The assembly applauded. It was a good decision. Fair for everyone. ZH, single quotes. Rex watched from his seat. He still led the council, but things were different now. Better, perhaps. Humanity brought new ideas, new perspectives. They questioned old rules. They challenged outdated traditions. It was uncomfortable sometimes, but necessary. 5 years after the peace treaty. Ambassador Chen received the emergency call at 3 a.m. Earth time. His communication device blinked red. Urgent, priority alpha. He answered immediately. Chen here. Jerix's face appeared on screen. He looked worried, scared. We have a problem. A big one. Chen sat up. What happened? A new species. They called themselves the Krell Dominion. They came from beyond the outer rim. We made first contact 3 days ago. ZHREX paused. They attacked without warning. Destroyed our diplomatic ship. All 200 crew members gone. Chen felt cold anger rising. Where are they now? Heading toward Council space. They have a massive fleet. Our scouts counted at least 15,000 ships, maybe more. ZHRX's voice shook. Chen, their technology. It's advanced. Very advanced. Maybe as advanced as yours. Chen stood up. He walked to his window. Outside, Earth slept peacefully. But that peace was about to be tested. Send me everything you have, Chen ordered. Ship designs, weapon signatures, communication attempts, everything. Already done, Jarek said. Chen, we need humanity. We can't fight them alone. You won't have to, Chen promised. The Council and humanity are allies now. We fight together, always. He ended the call and immediately contacted Admiral Rodriguez. She answered on the second ring. Admiral, activate Protocol Omega. Get every fleet commander on conference call. Now. Understood, Rodriguez replied. What's happening? A new war, Chen said quietly. But this time, we're ready. 12 hours later. Emergency Council session. The assembly hall was packed. Every species sent their leaders. The mood was tense, frightened. News of the Krell attack had spread quickly. Chen stood at the central podium. Behind him, a hologram displayed the Krell fleet. Massive warships, dark armor, weapons everywhere. 3 days ago, Chen began. The Krell Dominion made first contact. They didn't come in peace. They came to conquer. They destroyed our diplomatic ship without negotiation, without mercy, without reason. The hall erupted in angry voices. Some called for immediate military response. Others wanted to try diplomacy first. Dachan raised his hand. Silence fell. I know you're scared, he said. I'm scared too. The Krell have a massive fleet, advanced weapons. They seem unstoppable. He paused. But 5 years ago, the Council thought humanity was unstoppable too. You were wrong then. That Krell are wrong now. He activated a new hologram. It showed the combined forces of the Council and humanity. 25,000 ships. All species working together. We've spent 5 years building alliances, sharing technology, training together. The Krell think they're attacking a divided galaxy. They're wrong. They're attacking a united one. Captain Sarah Mitchell stepped forward. She had returned from her exploration mission 6 months ago. Now she commanded the Joint Defense Fleet. We've analyzed Krell technology, she reported. Their ships are powerful, but they have weaknesses. Their shields focus on frontal attacks. Their engines overheat during extended combat, and their communication system uses a centralized network. Take out the command ship, and their coordination collapses. Admiral Takara stood up. He was older now. Gray hair showed at his temples, but his eyes were sharp. Captain Mitchell is correct, he said. I've fought many battles. The Krell are strong, yes, but they're arrogant. They think numbers alone win wars. We know better. Strategy wins wars. Unity wins wars. Determination wins wars. Vexra spoke next. She was calmer now than 5 years ago. The war with humanity had taught her valuable lessons. My fleet is ready, she declared. My people made mistakes in the past. We underestimated our enemies. We won't make that mistake again. The Krell will learn what the Council learned. This galaxy doesn't surrender. One by one, each species pledged their forces. Ships, soldiers, resources, everyone contributed. Chen watched it all. 5 years ago, these species had fought each other. Now they stood together, united against a common threat. This was what peace had built, not weakness. Strength. The Krell command ship. Deep Space. Warlord Krellzak studied the holographic display. It showed the galaxy ahead. Thousands of worlds, billions of inhabitants, all waiting to be conquered. His second-in-command approached. Lord Krellzak, we intercepted their communications. The Council species are gathering their fleets, and they've allied with a species called humans. Krellzak laughed. It was a harsh, cruel sound. Humans? What are humans? Another primitive species. They mean nothing. Our intelligence suggests intelligence. Krellzak interrupted. We don't need intelligence. We have 15,000 ships, the most powerful fleet in the galaxy. These Council species are weak. Divided, they'll crumble before us. But Lord, the humans have advanced technology. Their quantum drive's enough. Krellzak slammed his fist on the console. I don't care about human technology. We are the Krell Dominion. We have conquered 12 galaxies. This one will be no different. The second-in-command bowed and left, but he felt uneasy. Something about this galaxy felt different. The species here weren't panicking. They weren't fleeing. They were preparing. That worried him. 2 weeks later, the border of Council space. The Krell fleet arrived. 15,000 dark ships emerged from quantum space. They moved in perfect formation. Intimidating, overwhelming, but they weren't alone. The combined Council human fleet waited for them. 25,000 ships, arranged in strategic positions. Ready. Krellzak opened a communication channel. His face appeared on every ship's screen. He looked reptilian. Scales covered his skin. His eyes glowed red. I am Warlord Krellzak, he announced. Surrender now, and we will make your deaths quick. Resist, and we will make you suffer. Chen appeared on the return channel. Behind him stood ZHRX, THRX, Thakara Mitchell and leaders from every Council species. I am Counselor Chenoweth, he said calmly. We don't surrender. Ever. Leave now, and we'll let you live. Attack us, and you'll regret it. Krellzak laughed again. You have courage, human, but courage won't save you. My fleet will crush yours. Your species will become slaves. Your worlds will burn. You're wrong about something, Chen said. You think you're attacking weak, divided species, but we're not divided anymore. We're united. And united we're unstoppable. He gave the signal. The Council human fleet activated their weapons. Thousands of ships lit up, ready for battle. Krellzak sneered. So be it. Attack. The Krell fleet surged forward, weapons firing, missiles launching. It looked like an unstoppable wave, but the Council human fleet didn't panic. They executed their plan perfectly. Human ships with quantum drives jumped behind the Krell formation. Alien ships with powerful shields held the front line. Science vessels jammed Krell communications. Tactical teams coordinated every move. The battle began, and for the first time in their history, the Krell Dominion faced an enemy they couldn't intimidate. Captain Mitchell commanded from the ECS horizon. All ships, execute pattern Omega-7, target their command vessels. Disable their communications. 20 ships broke formation. They moved with incredible speed. Quantum jumps, precision strikes. They hit 3 Krell command ships in 30 seconds. Suddenly, 1,000 Krell ships lost coordination. They scattered. Confused. Admiral Tokora saw the opening. All Council fleets, advance, push them back. The alien ships moved forward. Their combined firepower was devastating. Krell ships exploded, retreated, fell into disarray. Krellzak watched in shock. How are they doing this? His second-in-command spoke urgently. Lord, they're using coordinated tactics. Multiple species working as one. We've never faced this before. Our standard assault won't work. Then adapt. Krellzak roared. Change formation. Focused fire on their weak ships. But it was too late. The Council human fleet had momentum now. They moved like a single organism, predicting, adapting, overwhelming. Chen watched from his command center. The Krell expected us to fight like separate species, like we used to. But we've learned. We've changed. Together, we're stronger than any conqueror. The battle raged for 6 hours. Both sides lost ships. Both sides lost people. But slowly, inevitably, the Krell fleet began to retreat. Krellzak couldn't believe it. Impossible. We have superior numbers. Superior weapons. You have arrogance, his second-in-command said quietly. Just like the Council had 5 years ago. And look what happened to them. Krelzak stared at the tactical display. His fleet was losing, actually losing, to a galaxy he thought was weak. He opened a communication channel. Human Counselor Chen, we request ... negotiation. Chen appeared on screen. His uniform had blood on it. His face showed exhaustion, but his eyes showed determination. Now you want to talk? Chen asked. After attacking us without warning, after killing 200 diplomats, we ... miscalculated, Krelzak admitted. The words tasted like poison. Your species are stronger than we thought. Yes, Chen agreed. We are. Because we learned something you haven't. Unity is strength, diversity is power, and arrogance is weakness. He leaned forward. You have one chance, Warlord. Leave this galaxy. Never return. We'll let you go. We'll let you live. But if you ever attack us again... He didn't finish the sentence. The threat was clear. Krelzak looked at his damaged fleet. His pride screamed to fight on. But his reason knew the truth. He couldn't win, not against this united galaxy. We accept, he said bitterly. We'll leave, good, Chen said. And Warlord, tell others about us. Tell them what happens when they attack this galaxy. Tell them we don't start fights, but we always finish them. The communication ended. The Krell fleet retreated, limping away. Defeated. The Council human fleet didn't pursue. They had made their point. 1 week later, Council headquarters, a victory celebration filled the streets. Every species participated. Humans danced with aliens. Children played together. Joy filled the air. Chen stood on a balcony with ZH. They watched the celebration below. We did it, ZHREX said. We stopped them together. Yes, Chen agreed. Together. That word means something now. 5 years ago, it was just a word. Now it's reality. Jerex looked at his old friend. Do you think they'll come back? The Krell. No, Chen said confidently. We showed them the cost of attacking us. Word will spread. Other aggressive species will hear about this. They'll think twice before coming here, and if they don't, Chen smiled. Then we'll remind them, again and again, as many times as necessary. This galaxy belongs to all of us, and we protect our own. Below, Captain Mitchell danced with Lieutenant Kexel. Human and alien, former enemies, now friends, now family. That was the real victory, not the battle, not the military success, but the unity, the friendship, the trust. 5 years ago, the Council learned not to underestimate humanity. Now the learned not to underestimate the galaxy that, and the lesson would echo across the stars for generations to come. Never attack those who stand together. Never threaten those who are united. Never underestimate the power of alliance. The galaxy had changed forever. And it all started because humanity said one simple word 5 years ago: no.